Magnolia tree. But I'm sorry, Philip. When I think of magnolia trees, at least the ones around here in Pennsylvania, I don't see yellow like this.
You don't see yellow. You see the lavender pinks.
Yeah.
And I love this butterflies magnolia
gorgeous.
because you know what's great about this one? You know how we had the freezes this week?
Yes.
And all the lavender pink Japanese magnolias got hit by the freeze and it ruined the flowers. Now I know a lot of you out there have had that experience. It happens all of the time. This one blooms just enough later that it rarely gets caught by a late frost. So you can count on these yellow flowers. I had it on last season. Boom, it was out the door. And it is a loose, open canopy, which means you can still plant things underneath it because it's not too shady.
Yeah, and then also if you have a lot going on in the background of this tree, you'll be able to enjoy it because of the openness.
Yes,
that's
beautiful.
the beauty of it.
A
Okay,
veiled look.
Only quantities of the season, and Philip's right. These blew out the door last year. How many, Dan? I only have 800 remaining, my producer tells me.
And that'll be it. This is the first time it's been on this season.
And this is the first time you're seeing it, so be one of the
Yeah.
first to get it. Here's the thing. We have it at a feature price. Awesome, so you're saving some money. But last month at $59.32, think for a tree that you say could easily outlive us.
Easily. It's very long-lived, and I love these as commemoration trees because these will easily live 100 years. I mean, this is what they do. They live a really, really long time, and this is this unusual yellow color. Now, if you've got forsythia already in your garden of forsythia shrubs, and you want something really tall in that color, that's the way to get it. Just a fabulous look. By the way, they're also fragrant. It's the best spring flowering tree that we've offered because there's nothing like it. And in the springtime, when you finally get those bright blue skies again, this starts blooming. Look what you see against the blue sky like that. Oh my gosh, it's just fabulous. And these are hardy to minus 30 degrees, but they'll also take heat. They do need a frost to set bud, but just a light frost. And it took us 5 years to build up our inventory of this tree. That's why we rarely have them on. So jump on it if you like it. And, oh wait.
Yes,
I'm
dear.
forgetting the best
What?
part.
How it comes?
Because I know you think I'm sending you some little something.
Oh, that's a whole big something right there.
Look at this. You'll have, I'll let you hold the growing guide since it matches your top. This is the way the magnolia comes out to you. It's already nicely branched. It's already got the buds on it. You may get some blooms this year, but next year is when you really get it. And it'll get established this year, planted it in full sun to slight shade or just morning sun in an area that's well drained, and it's just going to be fabulous.
Oh my goodness. I mean, there's something about a magnolia tree and magnolias in general that just make you want to take it easy.
Well,
right? Just sit
also,
back and relax, chill.
These don't break down. You know, like a
do you mean?
dogwood gets dead
Oh,
limbs in
the
it. This will
dogwoods.
never have dead limbs in it. If you have an ice storm, it does not come down because it blooms a little bit later. It doesn't get caught by late frost. It's one of those heritage trees. You plant it, say if you, imagine if your house were blue and you've got this going on like this with it.
Stunning.
Or as we're showing right here with the white picket fence in the background or even in front of it, it just pops because I love the loose nature of it. A lot of the flowering trees are really, really dense and they're beautiful, but they're not finesse. I mean, this is spangled. It's just beautiful.
It really plays well with the other plants and flowers in your garden.
It does.
Be smart. Take advantage of the Easy Pay. This is on 2 monthly payments, so technically you can get it home for $29.66. That's what you'll pay for the next 2 months. Again, for a tree that you'll have forever. Maybe you're building a new home. You just moved into a new home. What a great way to mark that, to always remember. Or, I don't know, you just got married. This could be the marriage tree that, you know, each year you celebrate and watch as it grows and your love grows. Kind of, I love significance of planting a tree that can, last for a long time.
I agree with your child's born. You've got this going on right here. Just fabulous. But this can be the centerpiece of your garden because if you've got this going on, imagine that you've got in the background a long hedge of just plain common forsythia. Because all of these blooms are happening at the same time. You got your forsythia down fairly low, then you've got the the beautiful golden flowers going all the way up in the sky, so it is, the color scheme has stretched up into the sky.
Oh, I love it. It's complete Southern charm. And look at that, again, going up to 20 feet tall, a true tree, if you will. Now, say we get a lot of wind or a big storm comes through. Are these petals delicate? Will they all fall off?
They will hang on.
Yeah, it's a reliable tree, right?
It's an absolute reliable tree. The limbs don't break out of them.
It's fantastic.
And I planted this year some little bitty dwarf hyacinths, and I planted them all in my garden, but imagine a carpet of blue hyacinths underneath this, because by the way, the hyacinths will be blooming the same time as this. A carpet of blue underneath it, it's great. These are little design things that I do for my clients. Even if this is planted out in the middle of your yard, the little dwarf hyacinths, the little dwarf crocuses will grow up through the lawn. By the time you get ready to mow, they're already finished. So you can mow right over them.
What about the night sky petunias that we saw?
Well, they won't be blooming at the same time.
They won't, okay.
No, that's later in the summer.
Okay.
But good point, because this is an open canopy tree and you get a lot of light through it. The night sky petunias would actually grow, there'd be enough light to grow underneath this tree. That's what I like about it. It doesn't create a denuded area beneath it.
Which is nice, because most trees, again, there's not much you can do underneath it because it's too shaded.
This one gives you a lot of options. If you've got a small garden, you want one significant tree, this is a good low maintenance, high interest one for you, and long lived.
It's a QVC favorite. Went out quickly last year. We have the only quantities left remaining for this season. And remember, Philip said it takes 5 years to cultivate something like this. So when we sell out, there's no chance of coming back this season. There's no chance that it could come back next season.
Well, we just have a rough time laying our hands on it, if you will. And that's why we have unique things that cycle in here at long cycles. Some things like the annuals will come back every single season. Other things are a little bit more intensive to produce.
And these different, again, because the yellow color as opposed to that pink, and the fact that if frost is something that you have to deal with late in the spring, anytime in the spring, this is going to be hardy. You can stand up to it because it blooms a little bit later, that you may not have to deal with that, but you have the guarantee. So
yes,
what do you have to lose?
So no worries about that. Save that guarantee, save that growing guide. That Magnolia, by the way, is guaranteed for an entire year. And if you want to know when all of these beautiful plants will be shipping out right to your doorstep from our nursery, take a look at our